Hi everyone. Um, I had my dentist appointment a couple of days ago where I decided, okay, it's time. It's time to get dentures. Um, and now today is the 5th. Coming up on the 15th is my appointment to have all my extractions and to get dentures. And I've been thinking a lot about doing a video series, and to be honest with you, I don't know why. I am a very private person. I just don't normally put my information out there for anyone to know my stuff. But here I am. And I'll apologize for two other things. I just got out of the shower, so forgive the wet hair. This takes hours to dry, so yeah, it is what it is. The other thing, I think my video might be low quality. I checked all my settings. I don't know, but on my end, it looks pretty bad. So just bear with me. Okay. I'm 56, which, not that old, not that young, but not that old. But I have known for years that I was going to be sitting in this position with a dentist appointment coming up. And there's a number of reasons why. First and foremost, before I say anything, I'm not a dentist. I'm not a doctor. I don't have a scientific background. This is just my impression, and these are just my thoughts. So please do not think I am some super knowledgeable person, because I'm not. I'm just a random person that you found on YouTube. I think there's bad genetics involved. Especially as time has gone on. One of my brothers is already in dentures, and I'm heading that way. And my other brothers had trouble. So, yeah, I think there's some bad genetics going on. The other thing that I think contributed to the issue, I grew up on a small farm, and we had well water. We did not have fluoride in the water. And, even using a fluoride toothpaste, it obviously just wasn't enough. And, I'm very fortunate, and I'm very grateful that my parents were able to take us to the dentist once a year, and we had all of our fillings taken care of. We had our teeth cleaned, and we had a fluoride treatment once a year. But, I don't think the fluoride treatment and the fluoride toothpaste was enough in our case. And also, again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientific person, but I have known a couple of women over the years that seemed to have very healthy teeth until they got pregnant. I think there might be something with, if a woman's hormones are just not perfect, it might create problems. I have a hormone imbalance, and I don't think that helped the situation any. As it has all turned out, the bottom line for my teeth right now is that I'm experiencing bone loss. The roots of the teeth should be firmly anchored in bone, and mine aren't. I didn't even realize this, but all of my teeth are loose to some degree. And Yeah, so it's time. um, if I were asked, um, what advice do you have, you know, for a person that's coming up, thinking about getting dentures, you know, or maybe they have their extraction appointment already and they're just waiting. You know, what advice would I give? Oh, sorry. I live close to a fire department if you heard the siren. Okay, first and foremost, when you go to your appointment where they're going to be taking your impressions, please know that those impressions are cold. So if you have teeth that are sensitive to the cold, I would suggest asking the dentist, you know, what should I do? Should I take some Tylenol or Motrin, say an hour before the appointment? Would that help? I completely did not think of it at all. At my appointment, they gave me a long Q-tip with like Orajel on it for me to swab my mouth with, and that helped. But boy, let me tell you, the impressions, they use a metal tray and they put this goop in it. Then they put the tray into your mouth. They do one at a time. They do your upper and then your lower, or vice versa. They push the tray either up or down. They push it onto your teeth very well, and then they hold it there. They may only hold it for 1 or 2 minutes, but if you have cold sensitive teeth, it feels like an hour. So just be forewarned. And there's no way that they can warm it up. That would set the goop. So that would kind of, you know. So yeah. So there's that. Let's see. Advice. You know, when you're talking with dentists, I don't think it's a bad idea at all to get a second, maybe even a third opinion. Find out what all of your different options are. There are so many different options out there, and something, you know, one might work better for you than another. And that leads me to discussing finding a good dentist that you can work with as you get your second opinion and third opinion and so forth. You know, find a good dentist that you can work with, someone that can answer your questions in a way that you understand it, someone that gives, you know, lays out all your options for you to choose from. I think that's pretty important. The first two dentists I saw, quite frankly, acted like they had dollar signs in their eyes. They didn't really answer my questions. They didn't give me any options. They were just like, give me your money. Yeah. The third dentist I went to, I was very impressed with. He did not act like he was all about the money at all. He did just as I said. He gave me all the different options available to me, the pros and cons of all the different options. He recommended what he thought would work best for me, and answered all of my questions. I just was very impressed. And the dentist that I chose is at Affordable Dentures and Implants. Okay, so, excuse me. I really do think it's a good idea to do your own research on top of everything else. read the pamphlet that your dentist gives you, plus, you can do research online. There's a multitude of websites in a variety of different YouTube videos. And all of these different things can really give you a good, I just lost my train of thought. A lot of information. The only thing I do suggest is double check with your dentist. Like make a list of questions. Also, I heard that blah, blah, blah is a good idea. What do you think? Just because you saw it online, just because someone else talked about it in a YouTube video, verify it with your dentist first. The biggest thing I've done, besides doing some research, and I've got a huge list of questions, I've tried to prepare as much as I could. I have some products that I thought that I would need, and I'll show you those in just a moment. I also, for the first time since this pandemic started, the last time I went to the grocery store was March, and then I went to the grocery store yesterday. So that's, anyway, I went to the grocery store, and I just walked down every aisle, and I kept thinking, okay, what's soft food that I can eat? And I saw a lot of items that I hadn't even thought of, and I'm so glad I went to the grocery store and did that. So I am fully stocked. I'm ready to go. I probably have, it's probably about 2 weeks worth of soft food. Two of the items that other people have talked about or I've read about online that I'm going to double check with my dentist on is you might be most comfortable sleeping in a recliner or putting, a pile of pillows on your bed so that you can sleep in a reclined position. I'm going to ask my dentist if that's okay to give it a try. The other suggestion that I saw, and I thought, oh, this is good. I hadn't even thought of that. Especially when you're driving, you're not going to be able to use a straw. You don't want to use anything that creates a suction in your mouth until your gums heal. So one person suggested getting, for a lack of a better term, a sip cup or a sippy cup, like an adult sippy cup, or a athletic. That would help too. But anyway, the other thing that I would recommend, if you're in the same position I'm in, I'm single and I live alone. So I have a couple of friends kind of on standby, if I need help or if I'm having a problem or whatever, I can just give them a call or send them a text. And it's nice to know, I can do this, but if I run into trouble, I have backup planned. So, as far as product goes, the only thing my dentist recommends by name is the C-Bond. And please note that there's lowers and uppers. I did not see that at first, and it's good that I took a second glance at it, because otherwise I would have just ended up with one box. These provide adhesive so that your dentures stay in place. But also they're cushy. They're like thin, cushy fabric. It just, I think they're going to be really comfortable. My dentist recommends using the C-bond for the first 30 days. So, other than that, my dentist really doesn't have anything by name recommended. So, my mom and dad used the tablets that you put into warm water, and so that's what I got. These clean quickly in 3 minutes, so I thought, well, that'll be good, doesn't take a long time. But I noticed, once your gums have healed to a certain point, you're supposed to leave your dentures in either water or cleanser overnight. And so this, and yeah, I smoke, and that might be a contributing factor as well. This said that you can leave it overnight in this solution. So, okay. The other box didn't say that you could leave it in the solution overnight. So there's that. Then someone on a different YouTube video recommended this. Their dentist said this was great, so I ordered this. And this came with, no, it didn't. Okay, never mind. I'm confused. I have the little container that you put your dentures in. The only thing I'm wondering about is that it's loose. It doesn't come out, but it is loose. And I just wonder if stuff gets under it. How do you clean this? I'm concerned. Don't know. I'll let you know. I also have, this is what has the free brush inside. This is supposed to be really good, fresh and bright, and it came with a free brush. Now, okay, first of all, this is the tiniest brush I've ever seen. And these bristles, wow, they are stiff and hard and really scratchy. So I don't know. It just seems harsh. So I don't know if that's going to be a good idea or not. I mean, I guess it's okay. I don't know. So there's that. I'll let you know what I think of that. I saw in another video, this is supposed to work really well. But of course, I have my old standby, the Orajel. Tons of this. Then the last thing I have is dental brush. Now, I'm going to open this and see how stiff this is, if I can. Oh, for Pete's sake. Ah. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Pretty. I don't know if you can hear that. We're talking pretty stiff. I guess it's okay. I have read, do not use regular toothpaste on your dentures because it's too abrasive. But this is really stiff and abrasive. I don't know. Okay. So this is what I have so far. I'll let you know how it goes, if I have any recommendations, or if I just tell you what I've experienced. I don't know. Anyway, but yes, read whatever it is your dentist has provided you with, instructions and what have you, and just make sure that you know what all to do and what to not do. Lastly, because of the pandemic, I haven't seen any family, since February. I've only seen one friend since February. And like I said, we're now in September. I did tell one friend, we haven't seen each other in quite a few years, but we've been friends for like 25 years. We know each other really well. And I told her that I was going to be getting dentures, and she laughed. And here I'm on the phone, and I'm like, okay, I know she's not laughing because she thinks it's funny that I'm getting dentures, so I hope she explains why she's laughing. And she did. I've been saving up for a huge purchase, and but every time I turn around, something happens. My vehicle breaks down. I have to replace my washing machine. Now the dentures, and that's what she was laughing like, oh, poor you. I'm so sorry. Bless your heart. You just can't catch a break. That kind of thing. But initially, though, with her laughing, it just really made me feel horrible. Then I told another person, and she was like, oh gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Then a few days later, she said that a friend of hers said, oh gosh, she's too young to be getting dentures. I've seen a commercial about an alternative to dentures. Why doesn't she look into those? I had to Google it. I was like, what's an alternative to dentures? Oh, implants. Yeah, I can't afford implants. They're way too expensive. Anyway, it dawned on me that I wasn't hearing from people what I needed to hear or what I wanted to hear. And so, and with being single, I live alone. I haven't seen family and friends in forever. And it's just a real difficult time. So, I'll say this for you all then. Just in case, if this is what you need to hear or if this is what you want to hear, okay? Everything will be okay. It's going to work out, and, just take a moment and think of what you have to look forward to after everything gets healed. I'm looking forward to smiling and being in pictures with a big smile. I'm so looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to not having pain in my mouth 24/7. So think of what you can look forward to and focus on that, and just know it's going to be okay. Yeah, everything will work out, and So that pretty much wraps up what I've been thinking about. If you have any questions or comments, please go ahead and do your thing below. And I hope that I've helped, or at least given you some ideas of maybe something else you need to look into or whatever. So take care. Oh, I was going to show you my teeth. Okay. Well, I hope that worked. You all take care. Bye.